to it so we can show you what the changes are that happen in the zone when you do it. We're dancing cheat. So this looks like a cinematic, and we'll show this later in another one. You can actually just exit out and see everything happen in the real world. You know, a lot of people don't like sitting through the blah blah, hey, cool movie, bro. What this has done is it's actually changed the weather. It changes the lighting, it changes the spawns in the area, we can change terrain. We can do it for single players, you know, phasing stuff, kind of normal MMO business. You can also change it for everybody. We get to do that dynamically. As devs, it's a really fun, powerful tool we get to play with to make the world feel very interactive. That earlier is teaching you the basics of the world. You know, the secondary act 2 here. This is getting into more layered content. You know, we start adding in discoveries, we start adding in challenges, we start adding in those other layers. Finally, quests start contacting you and saying, hey, there's cool things going on here. There's a discovery grade back here. Not always, we get to do showing dynamic stuff in the demos is always cool, showing everyone what's there. Hey, there's a discovery here. In this case, we just got a quest, we just got a simple item. But almost anything can happen with a discovery. A new cave full of alchemists pops up, a new quest hub appears. We bury the stuff everywhere. I'll show off what we mean by layered content. You know, another creature to kill. And we beat it up. Similar kind of threat mechanic, doing the next level of it, gain some bonuses. If you can kill it fast, hey, go you. That's a finishing move. We use them to chain combats together. Hey, a new challenge pops up, which you hear audio for. I won't go in depth. You're good at killing these things. You can kill 5 more. Kill them as fast as you can, and now you have a time challenge to get more bonus. So you have a quest to go do this stuff. You also, on top of that, have challenges to go do the same kind of thing, and it's all overloaded to each other. As a skill player, you can kill them all as fast as you can. If you can kill them near each other, you get double kills, triple kills, extra bonuses for doing that. The more skill you play with, the more rewards you get. You get double kill? Double kill. Make us money. And the key here is using the environment to your advantage. You know, creatures don't like each other. You drag them over, have them fight to weaken themselves. You can jump in and take advantage when they go weak after they use their powerful attacks on other mobs. You learn that you can scatter prey into the alien jungle cats to weaken them for you. The key is making a world that's rich and interactive with lots of emerging content. And what we do, here's a toy we give people to let them show it. This is your log. This is how you're moving through the world. We log everything. As the players get to see this too. Hey, this is the track you took. How many kills you made? You know, how many challenges have you taken? Have you found them all? Now, what layers have you dealt with? Which ones haven't you? We give hints to you so that you know what you're seeing and what you don't, to keep you from getting overwhelmed. So let's go show. We're gonna crash the ship or not? Go crash the ship. So as the storyline continues, there's a big demon queen, cool boss fight. Recommend going and doing it. Show it, I guess, if you want. You go beat her up, you save a bunch of scientists, you bring them back here, rescue them from goblinoids, and then you have to call in a ship to go bring them out of the zone. Advancing the story. We tend to advance the story in big ways. People often don't pay attention to story, and so we kind of give you big hints about it. You know, and we get to tie what we call high-value stuff to this as you go. You know, cinematics, that kind of thing, gets tied often to the main storyline. As I mentioned, it's not actually a cinematic. You know, you can just quit out of it and go see it in the real world if you want instead. All cinematic just fixes a camera for you so you can see it clearly. In this particular case, hey, you're saving the scientists, you know, woo, they've all cheered you, they thank you. It's time to get them out of the zone. Nice cheer. Woohoo! But it's not that simple, of course. As the ship's taking off, it's getting attacked. It's the Dominion. The other faction has a camp here, which has been heretofore hidden. And what's cool about this, A, we get to tell a cool story, but also we get to change the world as we're doing this. You know, we change the quest hubs, we change the terrain, we change the textures, what's going on, we change spawns, all that. And now we can follow these trails back to go find the Dominion and go kick their butt. In fact, let's go do that. What we'll do is we'll do it as an Esper, so we can go show you some of their abilities as well. They're also. Any questions? Stuff I glazed over? Stuff that sounds like bullshit I could dig into and grow as cool?
I don't really get the path system. I choose a path for my character.
Yep.
So I can only do quests and challenges for this path, or can I change my path if I just want to explore this time and combat that time?
Each character has one path that you choose for that character. And what your path does is it biases about 20 to 30% of the content to be your style. And so about that much of like, we call them missions. They're sort of like quests that invite you along on them, I guess, automatically. Shift to be about your playstyle. So if you're an explorer, this is all about find hidden caverns, unlock things, go find hidden mysteries. You get rewarded more for finding discoveries and that kind of thing. If you're a soldier, then you get extra rewards for participating in challenges, for instance. And on top of that, you might get to unlock your the holdouts that we were talking about. You get to do big public quests in an area. And it's not all of your content. It's something along the lines of 20 or 30%, because what we do is we give the base rest of the world as a base for all of you to do together. So it influences the kind of playstyle that you want, and it biases over. It turns out most people, have you heard of the Bartles types? He's a researcher in the UK who's dug into playstyles, his own theories about it. There's tests you can take online and say, hey, what kind of playstyle are you? And most people are like, hey, they're really strongly one kind, but they're partially others. And so what we do is we basically tilt the bulk of the content over towards what you want, sort of the tipping point, so that you can, so it feels like most of it is about the kind of things you want. But everybody gets to do parts of it, so you can do stuff together, and then your path is going to influence a big chunk of that to be all about what you wanted to do. That's the key of the layers part. So the Orin, they're a scrappy race, kind of animalistic. And an Esper, which means they're mentalists. These are healers, they're buffers, they're damage dealers. And they're all about summoning things and controlling things with their mind, be it weapons or animals or nightmares. They have a kind of interesting mechanic. These things are delayed damage spells. They're very strategic to use. You lay them down and then they do a bunch of damage following up. Use them right, you chain them together. You fight a lot of monsters first, what we call clusters. So you're not fighting things one at a time, but often you fight things in big groups. In this particular case, you're fighting the Dominion guys, and on top of that, you have your friendly guys that are helping you out as well. They move up and take over areas as you do it. That's a heal spell. It heals everybody in the area, kind of raising them around. How go you? That's their finishing move. Blow things up into big chunks. If you do it near other people, you damage them, get momentum, move from fight to fight faster.